if you're not sure about a decision that whether you are right or wrong, then you will always have the second thoughts on that decision. And this is applicable to all decision. If you're not sure which way, let's say you're not sure about which way to go and you're lost in jungle, you will always have the second thought that did I did the right thing? Did I chose the right side to go to? And this is why people struggle with the decision making. Many people says that I'm not good at decision making. It is because you don't have the mental clarity. You don't have enough clarity regarding that subject on which you want to make the decision on. So here's what happens. You're not sure if you're right or wrong. What does that actually means? That translates to the lack of mental clarity. Lack of mental clarity is like the single one only one reason why most of the people lack the decision making skill. It has nothing to do with the genetics, the brain, being intelligent, none of that shit. Like it all has to do with your own brain. If you, let's say, know enough information about computers and you know which computer will be best to purchase, at that time you don't really think much. Obviously, you make the decision and you think a bit, but you don't overthink, you don't double check on your decision, and it's because you know enough information about it. So right now, if you're struggling with the decision making, what you actually need to do is get enough experience of life. And decision making is a skill, just like the skills you have in the video game, just like every other skills, like cooking, for example. Do you make the perfect dish in your first try? No, it takes practice. So put yourself in a decision making situation where you have to make the decisions. Because why? Because decision making is one of the high income skills that will make you money. If you tomorrow, if you start your own business, you have to take the decision of what will be the production, how are we going to deal with the sales, how can we minimize the cost. Every decision has to be taken by you. So if you want to get rich, then decision making is a skill you need to hire. Because if you make the wrong decision in a business, what happens? You lose the money. So even if you, let's say, don't want to do a business, even then, even if it's like a job, you still need a lot of decision making. If you want to get to management position like a project manager, CEO, managing director, at that point you need to realize that to get there, what these people are doing are just making the decision, and because their decisions are right, the company is doing well. If their decision gets wrong, CEO, like the ultimate guy, if his decisions are wrong, he'll get fired and company will suffer losses. So now you know like how important the decision making skill is. And the way to practice the decision making is to be more social, be more outside, be with the friends, take the leadership, take the responsibility. Because as the Spider-Man actually once said, with big power comes big responsibility. But the opposite can be said as well. With big responsibility comes big power. And that big power is being the leader. Because leader is the one who takes responsibility. If you see like a tribe, let's say if you see, a goat tribe, so the biggest goat, the strongest goat, will be the leader. He'll be the responsible, and because he's responsible, he has the responsibility, he has the power of being a leader. So you click on this video probably because you want to be better at decision making. Well, I want to say that it's not going to be happening in overnight. Like this generation has this problem of not being patient. Patience, like we like the patience critically. Everyone wants to go to the gym, and in a month, not even a month, they can't even wait for a month. In a week, they want the perfect body transformation. You've seen many videos, 5 week body transformation, 6 week body transformation. None of that matter. Actually, none of that is real. Even if the guy is reading 6 months, no one is going to go there and check the date from where he started, and no one knows if he took the steroids or not. So you need to treat the decision making as a skill, and you need to give it a year to get to the position where you can be a CEO. At the CEO level of decision making you can make, and to get there it will take at least a year, if not more. Now, the actionable step for what you need to do to start taking the decision, well, you have to start taking the responsibility over your life. Because it's the first responsibility comes first, then comes the power. The Spider-Man said it the other way around. So, what is it that you can take the responsibility about? First is your own life. Are you responsible for the things that happens in your life? Do you just blame your parents, your genetics, your school system, that you are poor and weak. You need to realize this. Let's say the reason why you have the bad physique, that you can't build six pack abs, is because of your genetics. Well, guess what? Blaming others are not going to help you, but taking responsibility of yourself will help you. Because everyone just wants to blame everyone else, like other people. If you seem like a criminal, when the criminal gets caught and he just brought to the jail, he says that it was not my fault. It was because of this. This was the reason why I killed him, because I hated him. He did X. He did this. He's never going to admit the fact that, hey, a part of it was my fault, some was his fault, but I admit it, some was my fault. No criminal does that. Obviously, he doesn't want to be doing that in a court, because he'll straight up go to the jail. But guess what? Even if it's like, let's say, college fault, school fault, that you're broke, that you don't have the skills, and that you wasted years of your life on degree that is not good in your job, it's still your own responsibility to fix your life, because who else is going to help you? The school not, your parents not, nobody else will help you. It has to be you to take the responsibility and say this, okay, we messed up, we wasted years of our life behind this degree, it's completely useless now. How are you going to make money? Well, let's start off with thinking, okay, what can I do? Well, if I can't get the high end job, if I can't even get a low end job, well, I might just get a factory job. Well, better than being broke and doing nothing in life. Okay, let's go get a factory job then. And yeah, let's say a factory job, right? Hey, do you actually get experience in factory job? Yeah, so you get experience certificate. So it's like you have to figure the shit out in your life and take the responsibility. Because when you start taking responsibility over your life, and you start making decisions for yourself by yourself, you start deciding what are you going to eat. And it turns out that the food is, you can't cook properly, it's your fault and you have to eat it. And this is the brings me to the second point. Get outside of your parents' house. Now, for that, it's not easy for everyone, I know. But when you get outside your parents' house, every decision has to be taken by you. The decision to wake up, to cook food, to go to the job, to go to the college, to just go to the bed on time. Every decision, every single one of them, has to be taken by you. So you get used to making decisions. And eventually, after making so many wrong decisions of your life, you start making the right decision. Because what happens is that you get that clarity, mental clarity, that you understand, brain starts to understand its feedback loop, that what is wrong, what we should not do, and then it doesn't do that thing the next time, but it messes up for some other thing. So your brains improvise, adapt, and overcome. Just like the Brielle Grills said. Yeah, it was Brielle Grills, right? Yeah. So improvise, adapt, overcome. This is what our brain does. First, we need to put your brain to the test. It fails the test, then it realizes what mistake it did, and then it improvises. This adapts to the whatever challenges it needs to, and this overcomes the challenge. Now, the third thing is being surrounded by male friends. And also, the reason why I said male friends here is because men were not meant to be living with their family, their wives. We were meant to be living with other men. And this is why, when there was wars ongoing, World War II, men had the highest testosterone. Guess what? They were living with other men, not in a homo way or anything. But it has to do with the fact that when you're surrounded by losers, you become the loser. There's a good quote that says, you're the average of five people you spend time with. This is also applicable to the online media, that you're the average of five people whose content you consume. Do you consume the content of weak, useless, garbage YouTubers? Or do you consume the content of high quality, good YouTubers? Well, you have to ask that question to yourself. Because if you consume the garbage content, you become the garbage. Just like people say that the food, what you eat is what you are. You are what you eat. This is why it's same thing here. You are what you consume. So surround yourself with winners and not losers. Identify that which group of friends you have right now. Are they winners or are they losers, or you don't even have friends? In which case you need to make friends and make sure that they are winners. And if you have the losers, you need to quit them and make winners. And that doesn't mean transitioning from your current friend groups to the high quality friends. It means quitting it and making new friends. Why? Because if it was about like transitioning from a job, full time job, to a business, yes, you should transition, you should do side hustle, and then you should try to monetize it, and then you make a business, then you go from full-time job to part-time job, then you quit. It's logical, it makes sense. But when it comes to like the friends, and this is actually applicable to both male friends and female friends who are low quality toxic people, well, you can't just say I will transition, because that never works. If you try to do that, then the same people will try to stop you from doing that, and it's a lot of discomfort for doing that, and you need a reason to transition. No, actually not transition, to change the group of people, and you need dissatisfaction. I always say the importance of dissatisfaction. So if you're dissatisfied about being lonely, which you will be after quitting this group of friends, you immediately needs to start making new friends. This is what people do the wrong. They dissatisfied with their friends, they realize that they are in toxic relationship, they quit the relationship, now they are lonely. The reason you're lonely is because you're not having the friends, the people surround, the people that you like admire and look forward to, because you did quit this group of people, good, but you didn't make the new friends. So surround yourself with the winners. This is the third thing. And fourth will be to stop watching the useless content and start making more decision of your life. Take more responsibility. When you take responsibility of cooking and you just have to cook now, you have to decide which dish you are going to make. How are you going to make it? Well, what ingredients do you need? How much spices? How much salt? Everything has to be decided by you. So start taking more responsibility over your life. Even if you can't get out of your parents' house, start being more responsible. Because as I said, decision making is a skill that you will need in your job if you want to get like managing position like a project manager, or if you want to start your own business. This is the one non-negotiable skill of a man. If you look at every like a great general, king of history, all of them were great at decision making skills. And guess what? All of them were rich as well. Majority of them, the least. So it would be like 95%, more than 95% will be obviously rich because they were commanders and kings, if not 99.99%. So I hope you get some value from this video. So if you got some value from this video, click on like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.